Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students of the third secondary, today we are going to discuss chapter 5 of The Prisoner of Zenda. حبايبي طلاب الصف الثالث الثانوي، النهارده إن شاء الله تعالى هنناقش chapter 5 من قصتنا الجميلة سجين زندا أو The Prisoner of Zenda. في chapter 5 طبعا احنا كده بنبدأ الجزء الثاني من القصة، ونبدأ كده مع بعض الأحداث المهمة جدا. وخلي بالنا في chapter 5 من الchapters اللي هيحدد لنا ملامح كبيرة من حل لغز القصة بتاعتنا. بيقول لي أو بنبدأ في chapter 5 بإني I was not sorry to say goodbye to my brother and his soldier friends. أنا ما كنتش حزين أو ما كنتش آسف إن أنا أقول الوداع ل my brother اللي هو طبعا يقصد بيه دوك مايكل وإخوات وأصدقائه. Although I was sad to say goodbye to the princess، ولكني كنت حزين أقول باي أو وداعا للبرنسس فلافيا. Should I tell her the truth؟ أنا بناقش نفسي كده، بيسأل نفسه رودولف راسندل، هل المفروض أقول لها الحقيقة؟ Was I wrong to pretend to be the king؟ هل كنت غلطان لأن أنا يعني أتظاهر بإني king؟ Rodolph, be careful, won't you؟ The princess said. البرنسس بتسلم عليها وتقول لي خلي بالك من نفسك. Be careful of what؟ I asked. سألتها من إيه؟ I can't say but think what your life means to the people of Mauritania. She said. قالت له مش حاجة بالظبط، ولكن خلي بالك عشان انت حياتك غالية على أهل موريتانيا. I remembered what Rose had said about my brother Robert back in England. He realizes his possession and society brings with it responsibilities. أنا افتكرت اللي كانت روز قالته لي عن أخويا في إنجلترا. هو يدرك إن his position in society brings إن مكانته في المجتمع بتجلب مسؤوليات. I had always wanted to have a quiet life. كنت دايما عايز حياتي تبقى هادية. But I suddenly realized how many responsibilities I now had here in Mauritania. ولكن لقيت عندي مسؤوليات كبيرة هنا في موريتانيا. How on earth had I got myself into such a situation؟ مش عارف ازاي وديت نفسي في الكلام ده وازاي حطيت نفسي في الموقف ده. Over the next few years، على مرار الأسابيع التالية، I'm pleased to say that no one seemed to notice I was not the real king of Mauritania. محدش خد باله، ده شيء بسطني إني أنا مش ملك موريتانيا. Because I looked so like the king، لأني كنت شبهي والكينج حاجة واحدة تقريبا. It was much easier to for me to pretend to be him. كان سهل بالنسبة لي إن أنا أتظاهر بإني هو. To pretend me by neighbor at home. For example, I learned a lot about a country is run, but I made mistakes. طبعا كان عندي أخطاء. Sometimes big ones. أحيانا أخطاء كبيرة. I became very good at pretending I had forgotten rules or people that I had met. واتعلمت ازاي أتظاهر بإني ناسي في بعض المواقف ومع بعض الناس اللي أنا بقابلها هناك. I hoped my growing popularity with the people of Mauritania would help them to forgive my occasional bad decision. وبتمنى ان شعبيتي تداري اخطائي في بعض الاحيان. One day في يوم من الايام سبت came into my room. جالي سبت حجرتي. Here's a letter for you, he said. جاي لك خطاب. From the writing I think it's from a woman. I also have some important news. What is it? I asked. We now know the king is at the castle of Zenda, he said. وبيقول لي ان المرسله او الراسل واحده ست، وانا عرفنا اخبار ان الملك دلوقتي في الكاسل of Zenda في قلعه زندا. How do you know this؟ عرفت ازاي؟ We asked where the rest of the 6 men were. احنا سألنا عن باقي الست رجال فين and found out that they are all there at the castle. وعرفنا ان كلهم في الكاسل. هم مين؟ Longram, Krefstein, and young Robert Henzo, the 3 biggest criminals in Mauritania. دي طبعا أسمائهم. Do you think the king's definitely there? I asked. تفتكر الملك فعلا هناك؟ Almost certainly، تقريبا بالتأكيد. The 3 men are always at the castle, and the people say that drawbridge is nearly always kept up. That's not normal. No one goes into the building without the permission of Robert or Michael. Then I must go to Zenda, I said. That wouldn't be a good idea. If not today, then soon I must go there. بقول لرسالتي إن أنا لازم أروح القلعة، لو مش النهاردة يبقى قريب. You will probably stay there forever if you do so. الكوتيشن ده مهم قوي. سبت بيقول لرودولف راسندل انت لو رحت هناك هتفضل هناك. طبعا يقصد هيفضل هناك اما prisoner or dead body، يعني يا اما هيتقتل يا هيتسجن هناك. I was silent and I could see that Sabt was studying my face. What's worrying you, Rasandal? انت ايه اللي قالك يا Rasandal? Tell me, Sabt, why it's that whenever I go in the capital, I'm followed by 6 people because I've ordered them to follow you. But why? It will be very useful for Michael if you disappeared. And if you disappear, the game is over. وده برضه كوتيشن من الكوتيشنز المهمه، ان سبت بيقول لرودولف راسندل انا اللي قايل للرجال دول يمشوا وراك ويحرسوك، لان مهم جدا لدوك مايكل انك تختفي، ولو انت اختفيت اللعبه انتهت. I don't need such help. I protested. انا اعترضت، انا مش عايز المساعده دي. I can look after myself. اقدر اعتني بنفسي. Digatut, Personen and Ditchard are in Strelso, and any one of them could catch you easily, he said as if I were a child. بيقول سبت لرودولف راسندل ان ديجاتوت وديتشارد هم من رجال الدوج طبعا الخطيرين جدا، وهم دلوقتي في ستريلسو، وبيرسونال معاهم كمان، ولو قبضوا عليك في اي وقت يعني هيبقى الموضوع خطر. ورودولف بيقول ان هو بيكلمني وكأني طفل. So what's the letter? What's that letter? طب ايه الجواب اللي معاك ده؟ Pointing to the one he had given me. I opened it and I read it aloud. If the king wants، خلي بالنا عشان ده نص الخطاب. If the king wants to know something important, please do what I ask. At the end of New Avenue, there is a house in a large garden. There is a wall around the garden with a gate at the back. At midnight tonight، النهارده في بعد منتصف الليل أو في منتصف الليل، go through the gate where you will see a statue of a horse. Turn right and walk 20 meters. There you will find 6 steps up to a summer house. Go into this summer house and someone will tell you something important, very important about your life. But you must be alone. If you do not come, your life will be in danger. I'm a loyal friend to you. Don't show this letter to anyone, or it will be put a woman in great danger. Michael will punish me. ايه ده؟ الخطاب بيقول ان لو ملك انجلترا او لو ملك ريتانيا عايز يعرف معلومات مهمه عن حياته وحياه المملكه يجي لي، وفي وصف طبعا للسمر هاوس منزل الصيف. وده طبعا الكاتب بيقول ان لو انت بلغت حد او لو جبت حد معاك حياه امراه هتكون في خطر ومايكل هيعاقبها. Yes, and Michael can also write a very good letter, said Sabt. سبت بيقول لرودولف ممكن يكون مايكل هو اللي كاتب الجواب ده. I thought the same. وانا فكرت برضو نفس الموضوع. Surely Michael had written this letter to trap me. بالتأكيد مايكل كتب الخطاب ده ليوقع بيا في الفخ. I was about to throw the letter in the pen when I saw that there was more writing on the other side. If you do not believe me, ask Colonel Sabt. What? Said the colonel. So I read on. Ask him what woman has been a guest of Duke Michael, of the Duke. Ask if her name begins with A. It must be Antoniette de Maubert, I cried. أنا صرخت. أكيد Antoniette de Maubert. How do you know? Asked Sabt. And I told him all I knew about the woman. I've heard that she came to Britannia with her servants as a guest of Michael, said Sabt. People say that she had a great argument with Michael and now she is staying somewhere in Strelso, so she could be useful to us. I suggested. أنا اقترحت إن ممكن تساعدنا كتير. Perhaps she would be useful if she had information about Michael. However, I believe that Michael wrote that letter, said Sabt. So do I. So do I دي معناها أيوة وأنا كمان. But I am not certain. ولكني لست متأكدا. I'll go to the house tonight. No, you mustn't, said. بيقول لي لا ما تروحش. Let me go instead. سيبني روح مكانك. You can come too. تقدر تيجي معايا. But you must wait outside the gate when I go in alone. ده رودولف اللي بيتكلم طبعا. I don't believe this woman and you are mad to go, said Sabt. أو said Sabt قال إني أنا مش مصدق وأنت ممكن تبقى مجنون لو رحت. I believe this woman and I will go. أنا قلت له لا أنا مصدقها وهروح. Either I go to the house or I go back to England. إما أروح أو أرجع إلى إنجلترا. We don't have much time. ما عندناش وقت كبير. Every day we leave the king in prison, there's more danger. We must move quickly. I said Sept was beginning to know when he could tell me what to do, when he could not. So reluctantly he agreed to me. ووافقني يعني زي ما هو يريد أو لا يريد. At 11:30 that night, we got on our horses and soon arrived outside the gate to the house. Carrying our guns, it was very dark night. I'll wait for you outside the gate, said Sept. Good luck. I opened the gate and I found myself a leafy garden. In a leafy garden, جميلة الكلمة ديت. I saw the statue of the horse and walked across the garden with the gun in my hand. I followed the directions given in the letter, and although it was dark, I soon arrived at the summer house. When I went inside, I heard the woman's voice. Shut the door. اقفل الباب وراك. The woman whispered. كانت بتهمس. I did as she asked and then looked around the room, which was lit by a small candle. كان بس في ضوء شمعة صغيرة. It was almost empty except for a small iron table and 2 chairs. In the soft light, I could just see Antoinette in front of me and her servants behind. طبعا كان في الساعة 11:30 دخلوا المكان ووصل رودولف راسندل إلى السمر هاوس وسمع مدام أنتونييت دي موبا بتقول له اقفل الباب وتعالى. We have a little time. احنا عندنا we have little time, said Antoinette, or Antoinette said. قالت Antoinette إن احنا عندنا وقت قليل. Listen, I know who you are and I know you are not the king. أنا عارفاك وعارفة إنك أنت مش الملك. You are Mr. Rassendyll. I wrote that letter to you at the Duke's orders. أنا كتبت لك الخطاب ده بأوامر من الدوق. In 20 minutes, 3 men will be here to kill you. خلال 20 دقيقة هيجي 3 رجال عشان يقتلوك. Or I'll kill them. I suppose they are 3 of the Duke's 6 men. Yes, you must leave here before they arrive. So listen carefully. اسمع بقى. The plan is to kill you and to take your body into the old town. الخطة بقى إن هم يقتلوك وجثتك توضع في old town. It will be found and Michael will arrest Colonel Sept and Captain Fritz von Terlenheim for murdering you. جميلة الخطة. الخطة إن أنت هتتقتل وجثتك هتوضع في المدينة القديمة ودوك مايكل هيتهم فريتز وسابت بقتلك. Then a messenger will be sent to Zenda and the real king will be murdered too. وبعد كده هيقتلوا الملك الحقيقي اللي في زندا. The dog will then become king. وبعد كده الدوق هيبقى ملك. Do you understand? فاهم الموضوع ده؟ Oh yes, I understand. It's a clever plan. But why are you helping me? ولكن انت بتساعديني ليه؟ I don't like to see people being killed. أنا أيوة صديقة للدوق ولكن مش بحب حد يتقتل. Now go, but remember, you are never safe in the city. خلي بالك إن أنت مش في أمان في المدينة دي. You have guards following you, don't you? أنت معاك حراس. أيوة مش كده؟ Well, Michael's men are following them. If you are alone, they will die. الحراس الدوق بيمشوا وراك أنت والحراس بتوعك. لو أنت بقيت في مرة بمفردك هيقتلوك. Now go quietly. This was past the summer house for about 100 meters. There you will find a ladder against the wall. Climb it and run as fast as you can. هتلاقي سلم بعد 100 متر تقريبا خلف المنزل. تسلقه واهرب بسرعة على قد ما تقدر. طبعا ده كان المفروض يحصل. And what will you do? I also have a game to play. وانت هتعملي ايه؟ قلت له مالكش دعوة بيا انا عندي خطة هلعبها او هنفذها. I'll tell the dog's men that you never came. انا هقول لرجال الدوق ان انت ما جيتش. If the dog doesn't find out what I have done. ده لو الدوق ما اكتشفتش اللي انا بعمله. We may meet again. Thank you. You have helped the king tonight. I said. انت بتساعدي الملك النهارده. But before I go, tell me something. Do you know where he is in the castle? Yes, but yes I do. Inside the castle there is a door on the right, and behind that. But listen, اسمع دلوقتي. They are here. It's too late. for you to escape. انت ما عندكش وقت تهرب. I looked through a gap in the summer house door and saw 3 men standing outside. وشفت فعلا 3 واقفين بره. Then I hear the voice. بعد كده سمعت صوت which spoke in English. Are you here, Mr. Axendel? I didn't answer. We want to make you an offer. احنا عندنا عرض ليك. الصوت قال. Will you let us in? هتسمح لنا بالدخول؟ Don't trust them, said Antoinette quietly. Antoinette بتقول له ما توثقش فيهم. دول رجال الدق. Stand outside and talk. خليك بره واتكلم. I called them. يعني أنا قلت لهم خليكم بره واتكلموا. I won't let you in. مش هسمح لكم بالدخول. That's a good idea, said the voice. Who I thought must be Richard. وأنا خليت بالي كده وخدت بالي إن ده أكيد Richard. Is that Mr. Richard? I asked. Our names are not important. أسماءنا مش مهمة. We can offer you a safe journey to the borders or to the border and 50,000 English pounds. العرض هو اللي مهم. العرض هو رحلة آمنة إلى الحدود و50,000 جنيه إنجليزي. He continued. That sounds a generous offer. ده تقريبا كده يعني احنا شايفين ان ده عرض سخي. هنا بيقول له I said. رودولف راسندل بيقول له ده عرض سخي. But of course I didn't trust them at all. Give me a minute to think. اديني دقيقة أفكر. Then I told Antoinette and her servants to stand close to the wall. خلي بالكم تعالوا كده ناحية الحيطة. Away from the door. بعيد عن الباب. What are you going to do? Antoinette asked. قال لها اصبري. You will see. I picked up the iron table and held it by the legs so it was in front of me. Then I asked, Gentlemen, I'd like to accept your kind offer. Perhaps you can open the door for me. Why don't you open the door yourself? Said Richard. Richard قال له طب وليه ما تفتحش الباب انت؟ Very well, but it opens outwards. ولكن هو بيفتح لبره. You will need to step back or the door will hit you. I pretend to try to open the door and called out, I can't open it. أنا مش قادر أفتحه. قال لهم كده. Then I'll open it. Called Richard. Richard قال له خلاص أنا اللي هفتحه. As Richard was walking up to the door, I moved quietly to the back of the summer house. It took him a few seconds to open the door, but as soon as I did, as soon as he did, I ran at him as fast as I could, holding the table in front of me. There was a terrible noise as all 3 men fired their guns at once. كلهم ضربوا نار ولكن أنا كنت اندفعت اتجاههم بسرعة جدا, but I was protected by the tabletop. ولكن الترابيزة حمتني. The men were all standing on the steps up to the summer house, so I ran out. وأنا هربت منهم. The tabletop وش الترابيزة كده خبطهم and they all fell down the steps. وقعوا على السلالم أو درجات السلم. Before I knew what was happening, I too was falling down the steps. أنا كنت بنط من على الستبس أو من على الدرج, but I was on top of them. ولكن لقيت نفسي فوقيهم. I managed to get up fastest and ran away, firing my gun behind me. وأنا بضرب نار أو بضرب بمسدسي بشكل خلفي. There were angry shouts and more shots. I remembered what Antoinette had said about a ladder and soon found it and climbed over the wall in seconds, running along the outside of the wall. I heard more shots, but realized they were being fired by Sabt. ايه ده Sabt اللي بيضرب نار. Who was trying to get into the gate. كان بيحاول يدخل. Sabt, it's me. Let's go. I shouted. You are safe. He cried in surprise. Yes. I have a fine story to tell you about a table. I told him. في قصة كده هبقى احكيها لك على الترابيزة. As we jumped on our horses and rode quickly back to the palace. وكنا بنركب حصانتنا وبنجري بسرعة على القصر. The next day Sabt read me the latest report from the chief of police. Some interesting things have been happening this morning, said Sabt. The police report says that the Duke of Strelso left the capital by the road to Zenda. An hour later, he was followed by Digated, Personen, and Richard, who had a bandage around his arm. يبقى كده خلي بالك الطلقات اللي رودولف راسندل ضربها كده وهو ماشي أصابت ديتشارد في ذراعه. I was pleased at that my shot the night before had been a good one. Finally, listen to this. The people of the capital are not happy that the king has met yet to marry the princess. Some people say that if they do not marry soon, it would be better if the princess married the Duke of Strelso. الناس بتقول لو الملك مش عايز يتجوز الأميرة، طب ليه ما يسيبش الدوك يتجوزها. However, the king is having a ball tonight for the princess. I don't know anything about a ball. I said. بقول لهم ايه ده، انا ما اعرفش يعني ايه او ما اعرفش اي حاجه عن الحفله الراقصه دي اللي انتوا بتنظموا لها النهارده. Oh, it has all been prepared. فريتز قال له ما تقلقش كله اترتب by me. Listen, سبت بيقول له اسمع. You must ask the princess to marry you tonight. لازم تطلب من البرنسس انها تتجوزك النهارده. I can't do it او can't do that. انا قلت له انا ما اقدرش اعمل كده. It would not be fair to the princess. ده ما فيش عدل او في ظلم للاميره. طبعا رودولف راسندل بيتكلم عن انه مش هو real king او مش هو real fiancé of the princess Flavia. That evening the ball was a great success. الحفله نجحت جدا. After we had eaten, I sat with the princess and some of my other guests in a small room by the palace gardens. The servants brought us coffee and we had time to talk. قعدنا نشرب قهوة ونتكلم. You have been king for a few weeks now, said the princess. Everyone says you have done a very good job. I am very pleased for you. أنا مبسوطة إنك أنت عامل شغل كويس والناس بيقولوا إن أنت ملك ناجح. You know, someone once said to me, a person who has a position in society has responsibilities. Recently, I have realized how true this is. بيقول أنا حد قال لي قبل كده إن البوزيشن بيصنع أو المكانة أو الوضع في المجتمع بيصنع مسؤوليات، وأنا دلوقتي عرفت زي المقولة دي حقيقية. Haven't you always thought that? I asked the princess. إيه يا ملك وأنت يعني طول عمرك وأنت عارف الكلام ده ولا إيه؟ ودي غلطة من غلطات رودولف. No. When I was younger, لما كنت صغير, I didn't think I needed to worry about society. I thought that was someone else's job. The princess looked very surprised. الأميرة استغربت جدا كده وبتقول له But you always knew that you would be king. How could you think that's someone else's job? ازاي تفتكر ان دي شغلانة حد تاني؟ Once again, I had a big mistake أو I had made a mistake in what I said. أنا غلطت تاني. شكلي كده عملت غلطة كبيرة. But suddenly ولكن بسرعة instead of saying something to cover up my mistake, بدل ما أقول حاجة أغطي بيها غلطتي, I wanted to tell the princess the truth. كنت عايز أقول للملكة أو الأميرة الحقيقة. She was kind and clever and she was going to marry the king. She should know what had happened to her future husband and she should know all about my game. I decided I had to tell her everything. Flavia, I said quietly. قلت كده بهدوء وكنت على وشك ان انا اقول لها كل اللعبة وكل الحقيقة عن زوجها او زوجها المستقبلي. So none of the other guests could hear. أنا كنت بوشوشها كده محدش كان سامع. There is something you should know. I'm not really أنا مش but I never finished the words I wanted to say because at the moment we hear the footsteps in the garden outside the room. I looked up and jumped with fright because a face suddenly appeared and the French window. ولكن أنا ما قدرتش أكمل كلامي لأن لقيت حد جاي او سمعت صوت خطوات وفجأة في وجه انسان ظهر ليا ومن الويندو وانا انزعجت او اتفاجئت. I relaxed when I saw that the person looking in on us was sad. I apologize, but there is someone who wants to see you, sir. He said to me, but I could tell him tell from his eyes that he was angry. ولكن هو قدر يقول لي حاجة بعينيه إن هو غاضب جدا. How long had he been listening to my conversation with the princess? مش عارف قد إيه أو كان بقاله قد إيه بيسمع محادثتي مع البرنسس. Had he heard that I was about to tell her the truth? هل سمعني وأنا كنت ناوي أقول لها الحقيقة about who I really was عن كوني؟ We returned to the pool where the princess was quite quickly away with her servants, and I was welcomed by other important people at the pool. I realized then that my game had gone too far to go back. I couldn't tell anyone who I really was, or they would think I was mad. Sabt had stopped me from saying too much to the princess, and Sabt's plan really was working, وفعلا كان محق في خطته. The next morning, Sabt and I sat in my room thinking about what to do next. Do you realize, I said, that everyone really thinks I am the king? Even the princess. I could even arrange for the dog and the real king to be killed. This is all true, said Sabt. So, will you do such a thing? Of course, I shouldn't be here pretending to be anything. It isn't fair for the people of Britannia, and it isn't fair for the princess either. We can't wait any longer. احنا مستنيين ايه؟ We must go to Zenda and rescue the king. لازم نروح لزندا وننقذ الملك. You are a good man, said Sabt. Sabt بيقول لي انت راجل كويس. First, however, I needed to see Princess Flavia again. أنا كنت عايز أشوف فلافيا تاني. If I could not tell her the truth, I could at least warn her that the situation in Britannia was not as good as she believed it to be. I visited her in her palace. Later that day, زرتها في قصرها بعدها بيوم, and she asked her servants to bring me some coffee. Then she told me that she had received 2 letters. One was from Michael, who had invited her to visit Zenda. Then she showed me the other letter. I don't know who this one's from, she said. جابت لي خطابين. قالت لي ان الاولاني من دوك مايكل اللي عايزني اروح ازوره في زندا, والتاني من شخص مجهول. I immediately knew who it was from. انا عرفت من مين هو الراسل. The writing was the same as the letter I had received. نفس طريقة كتابة الخطاب اللي انا استلمته. It was from Antoniette de Maubin and it read. وكان بيقول You don't know me. انت تعرفينيش. But I do not you. But I do not want you to fall into the power of the Duke. انت ما تعرفينيش بس انا مش عايزاكي تقعي تحت سيطرة الدوق. Do not accept any invitation from him. ما تقبليش اي دعوة منه. And do not go anywhere without many guards. ما تروحيش اي مكان بدون حراس كتير. Show this letter if you can to the leader of Britannia. لو انت تقدري توري الخطاب دوت لقائد بريطانيا يا ريت تعملي كده. وخلي بالنا ان هي ما قالتش the king. Why does it say the leader? Why does it say the leader and not the king? She asked. سألت هي ليه ما قالتش الملك؟ You must do as the letter says. انت لازم تعملي زي ما الخطاب قال. انا بكلم مين؟ فلافيا. I said not answering her question وما ردتش على سؤالها. I'll order guards to watch you. Do you know who sent this letter? أو do you, who sent this? انت عارف مين اللي بعت الخطاب ده؟ قال لها a friend of mine. اكيد صديق. Today you must say you are ill so you can't go to Zenda. قولي انك تعبانه ومش قادره تروحي زندا. So you don't mind making Michael angry. ايه ده؟ انت مش هنزعل كده مايكل؟ I don't mind anything if you are safe, I said. ما فيش اي حاجه تهمني اكتر من امنك. I had an idea about who would be the best guard for Princess Flavia, and I immediately visited Marshal Strankage, who I knew I could trust. انا رحت للمارشال لان انا عارف ان انا اقدر اثق فيه. وبعدين I asked them to guard the princess and not to allow any of the Duke's men to visit her. I told him as I was worried about the Duke's ambitions, and he didn't look surprised. أنا قلت له إن أنا قلقان من طموحات الدوك, وهو على فكرة ما كانش مندهش من كلامي. I told him I was worried about the Duke's ambitions, and he did not look surprised. I'm leaving Strelso for a few days. أنا هسيب ستريلسو لبعض الأيام. I told him every evening I'll send you a message. خلي بالنا قوي من الجزء اللي جاي دوت لأن التوصيات بتاعت رودولف راسندل للمارشال مهمة قوي. تاني every evening كل مساء I'll send you a message. هبعت لك رسالة. If you don't get a message from me for 3 days, لو ما جاتلكش رسالة مني لمدة 3 أيام ورا بعض, you have the authority to say that you are now the head of Strelso. لديك السلطة إن أنت تقول إن أنت head of Strelso أو قائد Strelso أو حاكم Strelso. You must then ask the Duke to allow you to see the king. لازم تطلب من الدوق إن يمكنك من رؤية الملك. If he doesn't allow you to see the king in 24 hours, لو ما سمحلكش تشوف الملك في خلال 24 ساعة, you must say the king's dead. لازم تعلن وفاة الملك. Then you must tell the people of Britannia who their new ruler will be. وتقول لأهل موريتانيا إن مين الحاكم الجديد. You do know who that will be. تعرف مين؟ طب هو سألني طب مين؟ قلت له برنسس فلافيا اوف كورس. طبعا هو المارشال عارف ان اي حد اثق فيه بعد رحيلي هو البرنسس فلافيا، فعشان كده قال لي اكيد البرنسس فلافيا. عايزين نشوف رودولف راسندل هل كان في ثقته في مارشال سترانكيتش عنده حق ولا لا، وايه اللي هيحصل ان شاء الله تعالى في احداث شابتر 6 الفصل السادس من قصتنا The Prisoner of Zenda في الحلقه اللي جايه ان شاء الله تعالى نكمل. وباذن الله حضرتك هتعمل اشتراك لقناه طاهر منصور عشان نوصل باذن الله بفضل الله وبدعمكم للمشترك رقم 1,000,000. تحياتي طاهر منصور.